Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa, and in this video I wanted to review a really stunning resort in Turkey, Manavgat, 40 minutes away from Antalya International Airport, called LIU Resorts. We stayed there for a week in October last year and really loved it. So I wanted to review and tell you everything you need to know about this hotel, especially if you are considering staying there. So let's get started. And we shall start from the lobby and reception area, which you will of course see when you first enter the hotel. This area you will also see quite a lot of times if you intend on visiting the lobby bar, which is, I wouldn't say it's anything special, but there is indeed a really special place, a really nice bakery, which is honestly comparable to some of the pretty good, well, decent bakeries in London. I feel like this hotel has a really good pastry chef because honestly, some of these desserts were chef's kiss. And you know what's the best part? They're absolutely free because this hotel only operates on the all-inclusive basis. Well, the next thing is the terrace. From there you can see the main swimming pool and the largest swimming pool in the hotel. There are actually, I think, 4 or 5 swimming pools, despite the fact that the territory is not so big. This is the second pool, which is the adults-only swimming pool. This is the third one, which is relatively hard to find, but it exists. And this is the fourth one, the one located right next to the water park. And then there is a fifth one, which is located in the spa area. This is an indoor swimming pool. And it's pretty much always empty, so if you want quiet, you can come here. There is also the sixth swimming pool, which I'm not sure if it's possible to consider it a swimming pool given the size, but well, here it is. The spa area was actually pretty amazing. It was huge, always was fresh, had lots of towels and water, and it had a really nice gym, although there was also a second gym on the way to the beach, the outdoor gym. It looked amazing and very Instagrammable. There was an amazing hammam. Honestly, this is a work of art and it was kind of busy, so we were pretty lucky to see it empty. And there were 2 of everything. There were 2 saunas, 2 steam rooms, but I think there was just 1 salt bath or salt room. I haven't filmed much inside the room, but the rooms were pretty well taken care of. They were modern and ours had a really nice view to the main swimming pool and the sea. Now let's talk about important things, the food. Naturally, there was a large buffet that was operating 3 times per day, or I can even say 4 because there was also a late night dinner with a limited menu. So the options were pretty abundant, especially during breakfast. There was a massive selection of breads of all different kinds and sorts, seeded breads, baguettes, breads of different colors. There were also lots of different butters, spreads, olives, cheeses, hams, everything you can think of and more. So breakfast options were really great. There were also plenty of options for lunch and dinner. Lunch was perhaps a little bit less impressive than dinner, but at first we thought that, oh my god, there are so many options. We just wouldn't be able to try everything during our week-long holiday. But as it turned out, actually, the options were pretty repetitive. So unlike lots of other hotels in Turkey, they didn't really have strong theme nights where they change lots of options in the buffet. There were theme nights, but they were a little bit softer compared to other hotels. They would only swap little sections of the buffet, and the core sections would stay the same. For example, there was always a section with pickles and salads, regardless of kind of what was the theme of the night. Also, even during themed night, the options didn't change much, so it didn't feel actually very, let's say, Italian. The only sort of themed night that had the proper representation of dishes was, of course, the Turkish night. And there was also a part of the buffet that was based outside. We actually only found it on the second day. We didn't even see it on the first day. And that's actually the grill area. So if you want to try kebab or grilled fish or lots of different pitas, that's where you need to go. Because at first we were surprised because we didn't see many sort of meaty options that are freshly cooked for you. There were some in the main buffet, but not too many. But yes, it turned out they're all based outside. What we all found most impressive about this hotel was again the dessert selection. Besides the beautiful bakery located in the lobby area, there was a huge selection of different desserts in the buffet every day, and there were lots of different options for lunch and dinner, and those desserts were actually changing from day to day. So I didn't want to try many sweets on this holiday, but I had to because they just looked so delicious. And yes, they were different every day. There were also two stunning a la carte restaurants that you needed to book in advance, and they were pretty busy, so we only had a chance to go to one of them. There were more elaborate dishes, like in a proper restaurant, and we were sad we actually couldn't go to the second one because the first one was amazing. So I think the second one was also glorious and was actually more sort of seafood aimed. Now let's talk about pool bars. So there is a simpler bar that still had pretty good cocktails that it was on the previous video, but what I'm showing you is a really nice coffee shop, and I didn't expect it to be so nice. Besides regular coffee options like a cappuccino or a cafe latte, they also were able to prepare pretty unique drinks. One of the ones that I remember really well was, I think, white chocolate latte, and then there was another one with Biscoff, but I think there was something with rose as well. So yeah, they're pretty cool options, and they tasted great. I didn't expect them to taste so good, and they also looked beautiful. Unfortunately, that's a lot of plastic waste, and that applies to the hotel in general. I don't think the rules in Turkey are as strict as in some countries in Europe, so there are generally still lots of plastic straws. The beach in the hotel was actually located a little bit further away. It was not too far. You were totally able to walk there. It wouldn't take a normal person more than 5-6 minutes walking, but of course it was hot, so some people preferred to take a shuttle, and unlike other hotels where shuttle only operates every 15 to 30 minutes, the shuttles here were operating all the time, and there were like little golf cars that were very, very cute. Of course, there were slightly bigger queues waiting for the golf cars during the busy times when it was time to go to the main buffet, but the waiting area was covered, and there was even seating space so you could wait in comfort. From the place where the golf car dropped you to the main sort of beach bar was just a short walk, less than probably 30 seconds, but this was my absolute favorite area in the hotel. It looked very bohemian, like very boho, very beautiful, again well taken care of, pretty much looked new, and it looked like a very nice bougie beach club. So this area actually served as a kind of lunch spot because you could eat here. They had a really limited menu here, but some people decided to stay here because they wanted to spend all day on the beach and couldn't be bothered to, go back to the main buffet, or just were not picky and were happy with some fries and burgers. There was also a really nice beach bar. That bar prepared beautiful cocktails. Unfortunately, I would say they were kind of more beautiful than they were delicious, because I've tried probably over 10 different cocktails. It took bartenders a while to prepare them. They really put a lot of effort in it, but unfortunately the taste, it was just always very, very sweet. This whole beach area also had a large stage, and it also served as an evening show venue. The only problem is that there were not enough spaces for all the people. So if you wanted a good seat, you had to arrive early, otherwise you would be just standing somewhere or sitting somewhere far away where you wouldn't even see the stage. There was also a lovely area on the beach. Those cabanas were of course expensive. You had to pay for them extra, and this is the normal sort of free area. We were here at the beginning and middle of October, and to be fair, there were plenty of free beds at any time of the day, so you didn't have to wake up at 7 a.m., rush to the beach to take a sunbed like you need to do in some hotels. But again, it was October, so I'm not sure if it is much busier during the sort of July and August and beginning of September months, when there are still school holidays and the hotel reaches its full occupancy. The beach looked okay. The entrance to the sea was easy. There were no stones or pebbles. Overall, the area was very sandy, but the sand, as you can see, is very kind of dark yellow. Of course, it's not Maldives or it's not Cancun and the Caribbean in general. So this is how most beaches look in this part of Turkey. As I briefly mentioned before, there is of course entertainment every night, and as I mentioned before, it's located in this beach bar area and you need to arrive early to be able to grab a good seat. In terms of entertainment, there's pretty much always a DJ coming in at 4 to 5 p.m. playing a DJ set at the beach, and then the show starts around 9, I think, or 9:30 p.m. I don't remember the exact time. The bar area gets insanely busy because it takes bartenders a while to prepare every drink, but this is how a typical show looks like. In 80% of times, the shows consist of different bands and live music. Sometimes there are also dance performances, but it's mostly international songs. The staff actually speaks mostly Turkish and Russian, but there were also a few people that spoke English, so that's not a problem if you need someone to kind of complain to or communicate to. But overall, we didn't have any issues whatsoever during our stay and really enjoyed this hotel. It was definitely different from other resorts in Turkey, and it was more targeted at adults rather than families with kids. So if that's your vibe, I can definitely recommend it. And if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments down below. I will try to answer them as soon as I can. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and see you in the next videos. Bye!